This is actually going to be taking place 10 years after your live concert at Fingers End. So what's happened is the Roberts have split in that time. You know, you all kind of went off, tried to do your solo thing, kind of like the Beatles. You got really big, you got super big, and then you just kind of split one day. You know, you had things happened and you just all went your separate ways. But now, your trusty agent, Burnie Greenstein, has smelled the reunion tour coming. And now he is going to come and find you guys to reunite the band. So in Bernie's cocaine-fueled travels, he was able to track down his first lead, and that is Cham. And Cham has actually become a guitarist for another band called the Golden Dragon Riders. And they are currently performing in a small town, small little village right outside of the Calgarian town of Hijack. So basically, Cham, you've kind of drifted in with this other band now. You tried to do a solo thing, but you're kind of just making ends meet. Burnie walks in and sees you guys kind of... It's like the pre-show stuff, so you're kind of, tuning the equipment and all that stuff. And he walks in and goes up to you and says, "We need you back in the Roberts. There's going to be a reunion tour, man. A big one, and we need you. Fuck these guys."
I'm gonna take a big bump of coke.
Okay.
So.
All right. Roll Constitution. Are you giving coke to Burnie Greenstein as well?
I'm fucked up.
Yeah, you rolled a 4. Yeah, you're kind of messed up. You lose your balance a little bit right after doing that, and then you kind of catch yourself just before you're about to fall off the stage.
I put another bump on my fucking hand, like trying to grab onto Burnie Greenstein, and I just shove it at his nose.
So you're just gonna kind of force it in there and hope that he smells it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that you're able to do that because Burnie's not gonna say no to cocaine anyway. So let's roll for Burnie and see how fucked up he is. Burnie's doing okay. Burnie's kept up his habit pretty good. He's got a good tolerance now for this. Burnie grabs you and says, "Come on, kid, you gotta come with me. We gotta go get the other guys."
Well, I'm probably in no way, shape, or form to even remotely say no.
So you're gonna go with Burnie Greenstein. So Burnie says is that one of your bandmates is not far away, and this is going to be Raka. And the reason why he figured this out is because apparently he got a tip when he was going into the area that a former member of the Roberts had unfortunately been arrested in the following town. Not sure why he was arrested, but he was arrested. So you guys travel there. We'll see how long that takes you. We'll roll with each one. That's an 18. Okay, so you guys make pretty good time getting there. So you guys managed to get there, and you can search to see if you can try and find the sheriff's office.
So
the local guard.
Okay, how long does it take? How long did it take for to get there?
Probably like 2 to 3 hours. So you're definitely recovered from what you just did to yourself.
All right, let's see.
It does work through your system pretty well. So you can roll perception to see if you can find the jail.
I'm gonna take another pump of coke.
19. You're doing good. You're doing good. You had to get that first one out of your system. You know, there was some kinks in there to work out, but now that you did that, now you're on. You're keeping going on the train.
So I'm gonna go out to the nearest person. We're in town, right?
Yeah, there's a few people walking around in the street.
All right, so I'm gonna go out to the nearest person, grab him by the collar, bring him close to my face, like, "Where is the sheriff's office?"
Okay, that's going to be a strength roll to grapple him. And then are you trying to intimidate?
Oh, it's just some high of coke.
Okay, so you're not intentionally trying to intimidate, so I'll just roll for his mental fortitude to see if he... Okay, so you're able to grab him successfully. So I'm going to roll for him to see if he craps himself. He does crap himself.
Where's the sheriff's office? But I'm like yeah! Someone who's just...
You just hear, you hear his bowels release, and then he just points to his right, and there's a building that says sheriff on it, and it's right there, and then he proceeds to run away.
So as he's running away, you just hear this fucking riff, just yeah!
So you do that. So the jail is right there.
Now here's the thing. All right, so on the way to the sheriff's office, I'm gonna be doing the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 3 kind of walk,
Oh yeah, you're gonna be doing the Saturday Night Fever stretch.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. I can see that. Okay, so you walk up to the sheriff's office and you walk in the front.
I'm gonna lay down a hand drawn stick figure it's a stick figure on a drum. It's like, where's this guy? You have him.
Okay, I don't know when you made that, but I'm gonna say all right. The sheriff kind of glances down and then glances back up at you and then glances down again, and he says, "Third cell down on the left."
Thank you. I grab my fucking picture, slide it in my pocket.
By the way, his bail is 100 gold.
I'm gonna roll persuasion.
That's what you get for fornicating with farm animals.
Excuse me, what the fuck?
That's what he's in jail for.
I'm gonna persuade him to lower the cost.
Okay, all right, that's an 8. So I'm gonna roll for him. Okay, well he's still a little bit open to the idea. Maybe another convincing roll, or maybe a tiny bit more money, or a tiny bit less money that you're asking him to take off. Okay, yeah, you definitely get a little bit of an advantage on that, so that is successful. So because you were successful in the persuasion roll, he's willing to knock off half the price. So he says he'll give you 50 gold. You have like a few thousand on you.
A few thousand? All right.
Yeah.
I just give him a little pouch of 50.
He takes the pouch and looks at you. He's free to go, but tell him to stay away from old Peabody's farm. You guys go down and you see Raka kind of half passed out, very drunk in a jail cell.
I'm gonna like bang on his door, on his cell. Hey!
No housekeeping!
Horse
No
fucker!
housekeeping! I said I didn't want any fucking coffee. Leave me alone.
Horse fucker! Horse fucker!
Oh, come off it, mate. I've said it 1,000 times. Mrs. Peabody's might not be the prettiest lass in the whole town.
Horse fucker, I got some cocaine here! Hey,
Oh, you said what? You said what? You got what? Who said that?
Cocaine, brother.
Really?
I got some cocaine.
Oh, come on, man.
Come to the cell. Come on. And I reach my hand with a bumping coat, like through the bars.
He just kind of slides his nose lightly across his thing.
Roll Constitution. All right, 9. So you're not terribly fucked up, but you're definitely feeling it.
So I'm just going to grab him gently and pull him out of the door.
Oh, come on, man. You bring the stuff and you come with vanilla. Rubbish. I was expecting, like, strawberry or, something chocolate.
Vanilla? Grayson, what the fuck? I said strawberry!
It's just an analogy, mate.
I have strawberry Coke! And he gave me vanilla.
That's a real thing.
Yes.
Alright, my next question. Who are you, mate?
In comes Burnie Greenstein to explain the situation. You need to come back with us, Cicero. We're getting the Roberts back together for a reunion tour. We're gonna make millions of gold.
I've told you 1,000 times, old man. Fuck off. I don't have any shekels.
You goddamn drunk. Come on. We can't do it without you.
Hold on, I need to get me effects from the coppers here. Oh, yes, sir. He's gonna bang on the deputy's desk. Give me more things.
The deputy goes underneath the desk and tosses you a sack filled with the items that you had when you were arrested.
This is feeling a little light there, sir.
Are you inferring that he has stolen something out of your bag?
Am I inferring that someone who puts people in the clank for, having a time with the ladies would steal something from my bag? Well, absolutely there, sir.
If your lady was not a piece of property that belonged to a livestock farmer, I would not be arresting you.
I'm sorry. I didn't know slavery was legal in these lands.
We found you balls deep in a bovine out there in the field.
What is with all this rudeness towards the ladies? I find this absolutely inappropriate. Just give me the effects. I'm out of here.
He gives you the sack and shoos you away.
I'm gonna put some Coke on my hand. I'm gonna lean it towards the fucking officer.
The officer accepts the cocaine willingly and sniffs it off your finger. We're gonna roll for Constitution for the police officer. Oh, 17. He's doing okay. He takes that like a champ and wipes his nose off, then he goes back to his nap. now that you guys are back together, now you have to go and find Kane. And unfortunately, everybody knows where Kane is now, because Kane has become the first man queen of Calgar after the untimely death of the previous queen. And
Excuse me. He became what?
He became the first man queen because he married the king after the original queen died. Burnie, Cham, and Raka, you guys all enter the Calgar Palace. The guards kind of just let you in because they know who the Roberts are. And also it's Burnie Greenstein. He's got connections everywhere. So they just kind of let you into the palace. And you walk in, and the king and man queen are there. And the king appears to be writing down some notes on a ledger, while Kane appears to be dictating something to him, but you don't really know what it is.
I'm gonna punch Green. I'm gonna do like a side kick to Greenstein's balls.
Roll for attack. All right, 13. This is an attack of opportunity because he doesn't see it coming. Burnie Greenstein is kind of a living target himself, so I'm not going to do minuses to that. So I'm going to say it hits. Roll for damage. That's going to be 1d6.
1d6, yeah.
Result is a 1. So you basically kind of do like a Bruce Lee style, really quick ninja kick, and you just kind of sack tap him. And Burnie goes down like a ton of bricks, holding his groin, like, "Oh God, you got me again, you son of a bitch! It's a good thing I can't have kids already." Because of the last time.
I'm sorry. So I'm like leaning over him like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Did I hit you in the balls?"
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just the toe. Just the big toe.
Then I put some coke on my hand and
Just
give it
the
to him.
toe.
A ritual too. Once I get hit him in the balls, I give him some coke.
Burnie takes the line like a champ. He's okay. He gets right back up to his feet and he's ready to go. He doesn't care if he can't feel his left nut. Burnie walks up to the king and man queen and goes, Kane, we need you back, man. We're gonna do a reunion tour. We're gonna make millions.
Why would I tour? Look at all I have accomplished since then. Look where I am as a person.
Yeah, over half of the country is dying.
Are you trying to convince him of that?
Sure, let's do it.
All right, persuasion rolls.
I'm down.
Yeah, no. So that's a good number. You got 14, Kane. You're gonna have to roll against that to see if you don't believe him. You believe him. You believe that even though that is actually not true, you do believe that half the country is dying horribly for some apparent reason.
Well, if the people need it, I shall do it. And I look over to the king and I'm like, "Honey, I have to do this."
The king looks over to you and grabs your hand. He says, "I understand. Go, my love."
Sir, where's the grave of the late queen?
I will be back.
I do love happy endings.
My dear Queen Helena is buried out back by the garden where she liked to sit and read her books.
Do you have a daughter?
Yes, she's off at college.
I'll see her. I'll see her pretty soon. And I just go over to the queen's fucking grave.
Okay, you go to the grave. The grave is there. Her name is written on it. There is some design and embroidery on the headstone.
I'm gonna start humping the ground and like tearful.
Are you doing this stealthily? Because there are 2 guards standing right there.
No.
Okay, you're just gonna start humping the ground.
Like crying, like I miss you so much.
Okay, roll strength to hump the ground. So yeah, you pound the living crap out of the ground. So that ground is nice and flat. Everything there is it looks pristine, and that's the reason why the guards don't intervene, because they think that you're actually a landscaper with very erotic needs. So they just let you go. So now you guys are all together. The only one you have to go and find is Velnos, and again, he is not terribly far away either. He's actually a little bit to the south. It doesn't take you. It's not going to take you too long to get there. Well, let's make a roll just to see. Okay, so maybe a little longer than expected. So you take the scenic route. Velnos has been kind of out touring with his band, the Goblin Five, and they're stuck in the town of Alabaster right now, basically because that's where their last tour date was, and they've just been doing a residency someplace. Unfortunately, the Goblin Five has spiraled out of control. Velnos and his 6 goblins are, holed up in this nasty hotel room in this crappy area of town, basically, and One of the goblins unfortunately OD'd, and he's dead. And that's the thing, is that eats at Velnos. That eats at him so much that he's developed a very severe drinking problem. So he's drunk like 24/7 now.
Thematically, which one of the goblins should be the one that died?
The smallest one. The
They're
one
all
that
fucking
you all loved. The youngest. The youngest one, and probably the one that you most loved. Let's call it Goblin number 6 because you were ordered from age. So Goblin number 6, the little guy, he's the one that OD'd, and you can't stand it because you're the one that sold him the stuff. You're just drinking yourself half to death every day. The other goblins are trying to make sure you don't kill yourself. It's a bad situation, but at one point there's a knock on the door. You gotta come out, kid. We need you.
Oi there, Burnie. I'm just saying, you might be able to, like, get men to feel the fibre of your fabric a little bit more if you extended the favour. You offer up a little bit of that lolly right up front, and it'll make men just kind of crawl to you like ladies to, like a bouquet or some shit like that.
Why don't you do it?
Because I don't feel like it.
Did I hit him balls or no?
You grazed his nutsack.
Why you keep letting him kick you in the bollocks like that, Burnie?
I don't have the reaction time I used to.
You need to swell up. You'll learn some,
He's a
craft.
mildly overweight Jewish man. Think of, like, the physique of a Harvey Weinstein. Alright, so Bernie's gonna knock on the door again.
Burnie, if you don't fucking stop knocking on the door, I'm introducing you to my cow again.
I don't care if you introduce me to anybody else. Just get your ass out here. We need you.
That's it, you son of a bitch. I'm gonna open the door.
As soon as he opens the door, he gets a face full of fizz with Coke on it.
Are you sure about that? Because I have the other goblins with me.
No, they'll get some Coke later.
Okay, so Velnos, if you're gonna do that, roll Constitution.
I was gonna send my goblins to fucking tackle Burnie to the ground.
That depends on what happens with this roll. No, you are awake, so you do turn around and tell your goblins to attack. The remaining Goblin 5 then swarm all over Burnie and begin punching him in the face and the dick. Ah!
Goblins,
God damn it! Get him off
heed
me!
my order. This one is extremely important. Obliterate his nutsack, my boys. Obliterate the nut.
All right, we're gonna roll to see how bad this beating gets. Oh my god! Bernie rolled a 1. No, wait a minute, Tim. Are you gonna try and beat up Bernie too?
Yeah.
Okay, Cam and 4 of the 5 goblins hit. Roll for damage. 4. Velnos, you need to roll for 4 of your goblins. Okay, so that's 17 damage directly to Bernie's balls. He, dear God, man. We're gonna roll to see if Bernie stays conscious. Bernie, you know what? I'm gonna say Bernie does not stay conscious because that was a thorough beating of his nutsack. So Bernie passes out, and now it's just you guys standing there.
Alright, let me teach this Semite a lesson. And I'm going to grab him with the rest of the boys.
Wait a minute, Veldos, what are you doing?
Dragging him to the cow.
Yeah, the cow is still alive 10 years later. It should be. It's just very old.
It's a very old but very sturdy cow. I'm gonna shove Bernie's head up the cow's ass. Obviously.
You're going to shove Bernie up the cow's ass. So Bernie is unconscious, so he's in no way, shape, or form able to resist anything that you're doing. So you aim him and you fire him, and you have enough strength with all of your goblins to actually propel him forward. Let's see if he has enough to actually breach. That would have been the roll for the cow. So the cow did not roll very high. So yeah, no, you breached it. You breached his butt. His head is shoved up that cow's ass.
I'm gonna just dust my hands and go back into the motel. Like nothing happened, just turn to guys. Yo, what's up?
Man, we're getting the band back together.
Why?
I don't know.
For
Whose
money.
idea was it?
I don't know who. Yeah, who? It was Bernie's. I think.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You look over as the cow proceeds to take a massive dump that forces Bernie's head out of its ass. You just get shit on.
Well, let's get Weinstein back inside so he can wake the fuck up. But I'm not cleaning his face. You can do whatever you want. I am not touching that shitty face.
Give it to the
Wiggle.
Coke guy. I'm the fucking queen. You think I'm gonna do that?
I'm gonna sling some. I'm gonna scoop up some shit and fling it at fucking the man queen.
All
I'm
right.
gonna dodge.
So
Roll the dodge.
you can do a reactive roll. So Cham, you're gonna have to roll
Oh,
to attack
you-
with a ranged.
Hey, like, what are you wearing? Like
Well,
a dress?
When that's the thing. When you met him at the castle, he was wearing like a queen's gown.
That's a good roll. Can definitely work with that.
He chucked that poo right out, and unfortunately, let's see where it's actually going to land. Like how bad?
It's one of the goblins.
It's gonna land on me. Just watch.
No, well, it's an 11, so it doesn't really land on anything. It just hits a mailbox and splatters all over the place.
My fucking
points.
mail.
Okay, so Bernie's just unconscious in a pile of horse shit.
I'm gonna shake Bernie's feet so I don't have to touch the upper shit. Oh wait, he's covered in shit in general, isn't he?
Well, it's mostly just like his head and shoulder area.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna grab his legs and start shaking him, try and wake him up.
Okay, that's going to be a strength roll to do that.
So, it's a 6.
All right, so Bernie rolled a 15. So Bernie does wake up from you shaking his legs and immediately realizes that he is covered in feces. He stands up. God, smells terrible.
I fucking warned you not to bother me again. First thing you do is knock on my fucking door.
I'm gonna make
Being
you
a shitter.
kid.
Shitters end up in the shitter.
Kid, we're gonna make millions on a reunion tour. You're the last piece of the puzzle. We need you.
One of my fucking goblins is dead. What am I without a band member? Who's gonna play the tuba? It's not gonna be
I
you,
can
Bernie.
play the tuba.
You can't play the tuba, Bernie.
I know how to play the damn tuba. I was in high school band.
All you know how to do is play the one-eyed snake.
Then
not
I can
tuba.
hire somebody to play the damn tuba.
It's gonna come off your pocket, my child. It's not gonna come off mine.
That is fine. We are gonna make so much money that shit ain't gonna matter.
But, Bernie, you aren't betraying the spirit of the Goblin 5. You are not getting some random schmuck off the street. You are getting a goblin the size of our own, and that's that.
As long as you're back in the band for the reunion tour, I don't give a fuck.
Is there booze?
There's anything you boys want.
Alright.
Do you know what venues are willing to pay to have you guys play again? I got a 5 million goal. 5 million. That's
I
5
don't-
times more than your live show.
I
The
don't-
legendary one that no one ever forgets. And we made so much merchandising money on it. It was incredible. God, I smell like shit.